Hey, hey, what's up, you guys? It is Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. You were here with the hit list. We have a small cast tonight. We have our cast is having some difficulties. Well, Marcus is out of town. Brandy just got back into town. Our sister Dina, that her and her family just lost power. Natasha is off tonight, I think. I don't know if she's coming on or not. Shaq's off tonight. So we're going to get it done with about four of us. Myself, Michael, Tamar, and John Tay is down there in the corner. How are you guys doing?
So good.
Michael, what about you? Up in the up in the D.
New Year, same old shit, really. Semester just started back up, so teaching is in full effect. Of course, I have my new puppy taking up all of my time. And we've been getting some snow over here, so I'm out there with the shovel like you wouldn't believe.
I heard you guys have got a lot. My mom said in Kalamazoo they got a lot of snow. We don't have any snow here. I mean, we have some dusting. It's just cold, but we don't have any like snow. You guys got a lot up there in the D2?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we're actually about to they're going into full effect because it's ice time for us. So Dallas get black ice. We don't get snow. We get black ice and people can't drive. So you know what? I told my job, I said, who wants this overtime? I'm using PTO. I'm not going to work for y'all and I'm not dying because can't nobody drive. No, thank you.
Well, you guys be safe. Don't leave the house if you don't have to. I'll be praying for all of you with all that snow. I love winter, but I hate it at the same time. Like I would have winter over summer any day. I like the way you dress in winter.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
The fashions are.
I dress down in the wintertime, baby.
But the getting in the fashions and going outside is the gag.
Right, exactly. My mom said we got ice and snow for everyone here in Michigan. Well, we don't want any. Okay, so we have a very quick show for you guys today. Not too much on the docket. We weren't going to do a show, but I said, I want to keep putting out content. If we don't have anything to talk about, we'll come in here and just say hi to each other. But there's a few things going on that I want to talk about. But before we get into it, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So we have President Donald Trump has now been in office. Today makes a year. And I'd like to everyone knows how I feel about him, how most of us feel about him on this panel. But if you were to give him a grade, Michael, for the first year of his second term, what would you give him?
Of course you come to me with this first. Look, I'm no Trump supporter for a number of reasons, but I feel like it could have gone worse. The world hasn't yet ended. And probably for that reason alone, I'll give it a C.
A C? Okay. I think things will get worse, Michael. I think we've seen the tip of the iceberg right now. But I think if things happen in the midterms, which I think they might, he's going to start really showing his ass, I think.
What he'll do is he'll send a check. Remember that $2,000? That's coming before the midterms. Clock it.
I will remember you said that. Let's go to John Tay. John Tay, how do you feel about Trump's first year in his second term?
My husband and I actually talked about this the other day. I probably would give him a C. I was saying that it's like when you make gumbo for the first time and, you follow the recipe right to a T and it's perfect. Even the Creole New Orleans people will be like, oh my God, it's so good. So that was the first term, right?
Okay.
The second term, you didn't got comfortable. You added your own seasonings. You said, I ain't even going to use chicken this time. I might use some bacon. Like, and then, know,
Hold on.
you put it out there, super arrogant, right? Like, you know, you didn't just made the damn thing, and people are like, "What is this shit you just gave me?"
Right. I am very curious what your husband's grade of him is.
He actually is really disappointed in him.
Really.
I hear about it quite often. Yes, I mean,
Um,
still an avid conservative, but very disappointed in Trump.
can you give me a few reasons before we get to Tamar?
What's one reason you're disappointed in Trump without being too dramatic?
Epstein files, Israel.
That's two reasons.
Okay. I would
Valid.
I would agree the Epstein files. But I'll wait after Tamar to go really back into what I think. Tamar, go ahead. What would you give him?
You know what? Trash. I'm just gonna be real. Like, you got trash in the White House right now. Let's clean that shit out. Let's get it out. Like, it's like, you know, you can't put a Band-Aid over a wound that's not healed. I mean, I guess, you know, I know that like people are very disappointed in Democrats. Like, I know a lot of people are disappointed in people in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like is just so much that what are we doing here? Like, I'm so confused about what is your purpose as president?
Right.
You're not even giving people anything. And the thing about it is the people, and this is the thing, it's so true. There are so many people that have voted for him that's so disappointed right now. So I'm so interested in seeing what the midterms is going to do, because I'm over here clutching my pearls like, okay, are people really going to show up and really make their voice be heard? Because you gave them all this hope, supposedly, and you're not pulling through what you said you was going to do for everybody. And you got so many people now suffering. So I agree with you, Ashleigh. I do feel like it's going to get worse. I don't know what that looks like, but the more we wait, it's like we wake up every single day and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is your purpose? Like, baby, can you please just let us know what you did in the Epstein files? That's all we want to know. We know you in there. Just be real.
Well, in case you forgot, here's a few things he's done in 365 days. Dismantling a majority of the federal agencies, purging the civil service, firing independent watchdogs, sidelining Congress, challenging judicial rulings, deploying federal force to blue cities and states only, persecuting political enemies, targeting immigrants, scapegoating marginalized groups, ordering the capture of a foreign leader, leveraging the presidency for profit, trampling academic freedom, and escalating attacks on news media, just to name a few. So let's get into some of these comments. Darius said, the sad reality is a lot of his supporters applaud what he's doing. They only got unnerved by the white woman dying because that's too close to home for them. I agree.
Yes.
Heart of the Nation is trash. We're all very disappointed. Like I said, like Michael said, I would give him a good C-D because I know there's going to be a lot more coming. I'm scared to see what it's going to be.
And just
let
today,
me also say this though. You know, a president's only as good as his team, right? And I guess I held out some hope that in his second go round, he would surround himself with people that were a little bit smarter and a little more measured than the folks that he had the first term. Because listen, you know, I work with the federal government on the daily. In his first term, no one wanted to be a part of that administration because they looked at it as if it would be a scarlet letter. As we all know, a lot of those stars rose over the course of his term. So this second go around, I thought for sure, you know, maybe he's going to get some really smart people, some more measured people. And even though he's kind of bombastic and says and does some things that are really off kilter, that there would be a good kind of core group of advisors, of appointees that would keep things on an even path. And I really did not see that happen. You know, there is just a dearth of intellectualism in this administration, and I couldn't be more upset about it. To attack higher education, to attack, you know, free speech and free thinking, these are our core values as Americans, right? And I just don't understand what the end game to this is, other than we've seen this play out in other nations throughout history, and it normally doesn't end very well. So I am hopeful that somehow the course can be corrected, because the way we're going now doesn't give me a lot of comfort at all.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you. Hold on, Tamar. I want to show you guys this clip. I seen this clip today, and I just couldn't believe. Let's watch it and we'll talk about it.
They're going to make mistakes sometimes. ICE is going to be too rough with somebody, or, they're dealing with rough people. They're going to make a mistake sometimes. It can happen. We feel terribly. I felt horribly when I was told that the young woman who was had the tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a horrible thing. Everybody would say, ICE would say the same thing. But when I learned her parents and her father in particular I hope he still is, but I don't know, was a tremendous Trump fan. He was all for Trump, loved Trump. And, it's terrible. I was told that by a lot of people. They said, oh, he loves you. He was I hope he still feels that way. I don't know. It's a hard situation.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's really not funny.
That picture is.
Yeah,
Let me listen. The gag about the whole situation is you got a trash ass reality star in the White House right now running this country. You got trash ass people on his team that were news anchors on Fox News running the Pentagon. It's like, I feel like if these people can become this, my dreams are limitless. I can become anything I want. So if you're watching this show right now, look at this right now and remember that you can become anything you want, because guess what? Look at the president. He's not intelligent. He's he's so inconsiderate to what the needs are of people. And it baffles me that there's so many people that still support this when their own family is struggling. Like, it's just so crazy to me. Like, you can't even look at the screen and actually have a full-fledged conversation with eye contact. For one, you're a liar. Secondly, that means that you don't believe what you're saying. That's psychology 101. Like, it's just like so much within him that is just disgusting. But more will be revealed.
I can't believe he had the nerve to
Trump fan
give sympathy, but in the same sentence talk about how he hopes her father is still a Trump. I can't believe this man. But anyways, we're gonna move on. In the same vein of things, Kid Rock, who is a very close ally to the president, is launching let me get it right, a Rock the Country tour. 6 massive shows, 8 small towns. Some of the headliners are Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, Blake Shelton, Jelly Roll, Brooks and Dunn, Miranda Lambert. I can't believe she's aligning herself with this. But the really interesting part of this is that Nelly and Ludacris are on the bill. I don't know if you can see Ludacris' name. They're actually the last 2 in the first column. They're both on this tour. Ludacris has since dropped out due to the response from his fans and the public he was getting, but Nelly is still on there. What's the question I'm trying to ask? Have we learned to not put our everything into these entertainers anymore? Like Nicki and Minaj, Ludacris, Snoop Dogg. Who else performed at his inauguration? Snoop Dogg, wasn't it? Who else? Snoop Dogg and someone else did it.
It was not Lil Wayne? Was it not?
No, it was not. It was Snoop Dogg.
Did Chrisette Michelle do something at the first one?
Who?
Chrisette Michelle?
See, and that's the thing. She
That was
did
the first one,
but she wasn't a Trump supporter. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think she did it for the money, but still. But anyways, have we not learned to put all of our everything into these entertainers because they're not supporting us as, I mean, Michael, what do you think?
I think in that first photo you showed of Kid Rock, I feel like I would look really good. Yes, I would look good in what he's wearing. So I want that. But no, listen, who am I to block a bag? Listen, no one's checking after Nelly these days. He probably needs whatever money is going to come in from this tour. I think we all can probably anticipate this will be very well attended. All these small towns they're going to, I think, is kind of the goal there. So they're going to make a lot of coins. Can we separate the artist from the art? You know, that's the question since the dawn of time. I don't know. I guess for those two, you know, Ludacris stepped back as he rightfully should. I don't think Nelly will. I think he needs the coins. So, what are you gonna do?
Jonte, what's your opinion?
You know, as a, you know, I'm gonna say childhood entertainer, right? Because I've kind of retired that.
Well, no, we're changing that. We're changing that this year. But anyways, go ahead.
I'm with Michael on the bag, like, because at the same time that, you know, you can say, oh, I don't believe in this, so I'm not going to support it. What if this was the one door you needed to open several other doors? And I mean, as long as you're not out there, I guess, I mean, essentially you are influencing others because we live in a world full of sheep. But you know, you're not out there saying, please go vote for Trump, you know, or whatever it is, like that's the con or the against you, then do what you do. You are an entertainer, you're there to entertain. That's it.
I kind of agree. To an extent, I don't know. I guess you just have to have, at some point, you have to stand up for something. I can't say what I would do as an entertainer if I was broke. I can't say. Tamar, would you go take photos for this concert, this tour, if you got a contract?
No, I would not. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even take the contract. For me, I believe in morals and values. And I'm going to say this, like, I just think, like, where in life do you stop selling your soul? Like,
but doesn't it have to be that serious? A gig's a
but
gig.
for me, what I believe
Thank
in,
you, Michael.
I don't believe, the thing is, for me, what I believe in, my belief is I don't want to align with anything that deals with that. And I feel like sometimes you have to stand up to become great. And I feel like when you're just putting yourself in places, taking whatever comes your way and just like depleting everything you've accomplished and also what you've gotten from people that it's affecting, that's where the issue lies with me. That's my opinion. I just don't like, I don't understand how the things he's saying now about the Civil Rights Act, the movement, how white people were affected by the Civil Rights Act, all that stuff is bothering me. It's bothering me in my soul because so many people fought for us to be in this country. So many people fought for our voting rights. You tell me as an entertainer, that as a Black entertainer, that you can sit on stage with someone that don't believe that you should even be able to be in the same room with me. Why would I even perform for you? Why would I even give you my talent?
I get that.
Like, it's just, for me, that's my opinion. Like, I just don't believe a check should be always great.
So I
On the
was
flip side of it, though, how can you change a heart or a mind if you aren't willing to like interface with the folks that you disagree with, right? So showing up doesn't mean you're automatically supporting it. Maybe they're showing up, maybe they're having these conversations, maybe they're changing opinions, and maybe they're helping to moderate some of these more extreme views. If anything, we know anything about Trump supporters, it's kind of an echo chamber. They feed off of each other and it just gets magnified and magnified. And I think a lot of times on the left, there's a complete unwillingness to engage with them at all because they're so disgusted by what they're saying and what they're doing. But I've always thought that's a road to nowhere. If we're not willing to sit down with people that are very different than us and hear them out and try to find some common ground, you know, how can we expect to get progress out of anything at all? And maybe that's a little soapboxy for a, you know, entertainment stage like this, but it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of things to consider in something like this.
Right.
I agree. I guess I fall somewhere in the middle. I was watching. CBS Morning News was interviewing a he's the president of a dance company, and they had a tour set up, a residency set up at the what is the place called? The JFK Arts. What's the name of the venue that Trump's put his name on?
Kennedy Center.
The Kennedy Center. Okay. This dance manager, he had his company set up for a residency there for like 3 months. So he said it was going to cost him, his dancers, a lot of jobs. Some of them will probably lose their houses because they don't have this contract. It's going to cost him like millions of dollars to make up for all the technical people he was going to lay off and all that stuff. But he said they had to do it. They had to cancel because they could not perform somewhere that had Trump's name on it. And to me, that has hurt my feelings, just to know all the artists that are going to be out of jobs. They're going to probably go hungry. They're probably going to be not knowing how to pay their rent. But at the same time, they're standing up for something. So I don't know where I sit with it. I don't know what I would do as an artist.
Will history remember them? Will anyone remember them? Does it mean anything? Or did it just hurt them in the long run? I mean, I get it. And I don't mean to sound like I'm a conservative, because I most certainly am not. I'm just saying standing on principle is easy to do when you're not the one that has to do it, right? To say that someone else should, it's very easy to make that judgment. But where the rubber hits the road and you're the one that needs the paycheck, different calculus.
I get it. Darius says, I understand standing on principle. I do. I get, that's what I said. I fall in the middle. I don't know what I would do.
And I'm gonna say this honestly, in that moment, like I don't know what I would do, but for me, I don't know, like I'm a gay black man in this country. Let's go there. I'm a gay black man in this country, and it's already a lot against me as it is. I'm just being real. And I think sometimes I feel like even as a black man, I feel like I've seen so many situations, and I've done this before. I've just taken what people have said to me or give to me because I need a check. Mm-hmm. And what I've learned is sometimes you have to let go of some things for things that come to you. And I feel like right now, I just feel like there's just so many people jumping on this bandwagon, and they're losing a lot of fans. Like people are really not supporting them. And so it's like, okay, in the moment, take the check, principles, yes. But when all this is said and done and this is over with, what is going to be your legacy? Like, what is going to be these people's legacy? And people that has been hurt by all this, I think eventually is going to be like, I can't fuck with these people, because in the moment, it looks good to take a check, but at the same time, like, what are you going to do years from now when this man is not in power anymore and the MAGA whole train may be gone? You know, I think like sometimes you have to really think of like, what is going to be affected by me making these decisions? So I understand everything you're saying. Also, like in that moment, like making decisions, what is that going to affect by making those decisions?
Yeah, I get that too, Tamar. It's a good conversation to have.
Yeah.
Speaking of checks, Nicki Minaj, seen right here with the widow of Charlie Kirk. A lot of people are thinking she is trying to get a big check because she has, in the past 2 weeks, she's just gone nuts. Now she is, sorry, you guys, I'm trying to get back to she's launched a war against Don Lemon, sending out a tweet saying, Don cocksucking Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. So what she's talking about is Don Lemon is down. He has boots on the ground down in Minnesota. And this past couple of days, they interrupted a church service last Sunday. The preacher is supposedly, from what I think, I believe I read it correctly, this preacher, he's a preacher, but he's also
the leader of ICE.
A member of ICE, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's take a look at a couple of these clips and we'll come back.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual. So that's what we're about to go do right now. ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! Demanding justice for Renee Good and letting them know that this will not stand. They cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good, who almost killed a 6-month-old baby. Enough is enough. I am a reverend on top of being a lawyer and an activist. So I come here in the power of the Almighty.
It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
but there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution and the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
Yeah. We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me though.
We're here to worship Jesus. Yes. That's why we're here. Yes. Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to chronicle what happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. Yeah. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Response to all of this and the language that's used. I think it's interesting just because Nicki has been, over the last couple of months, made it clear that she is now publicly supporting, and I think maybe she has all along, but now publicly making known her support for the Trump administration and even the MAGA movement. The choice of words that she used to go after you, I'm not surprised she went after you.
Homophobic. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to black it out. You should show it to people. She called me Don, sea sucker lemon is disgusting. Look, this is what I'll say to Nicki Minaj. I normally don't respond to things like this, but, F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country. I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented. And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans. So why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant woman? You should not be supporting her. Nicki Minaj, this is clearly out of her depth. She doesn't understand politics. She doesn't understand journalism. And I'm not surprised that she is weighing in on something that is beyond her capacity. What I will say to her is, because she put a doll, I think she put the Chucky doll in there, a better symbol that should have been represented in that picture is a pick-me doll, because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient for her politically. And again, she's ignorant. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's always weighing in on things that she doesn't know about. Nicki Minaj should just sit the fuck down. And by the way, isn't she married to an alleged pedophile? And she has the nerve to say something disparaging about and something homophobic. I'm pretty sure that maybe that's part of the reason that she is cozying up to the Trump administration for some sort of leniency for her family members. And it's just very transparent. So Nicki Minaj, F off, stop being a homophobic bigot, and, get a life and some brain.
Woo!
that was a read right there.
John Tay.
Yes.
What do you think about this whole situation? From
to me, they both some bitches. Nicki Minaj, she's just so, I don't know. She has no cook to me, no taste whatsoever. She's so attention seeking. It's really, really sad. And Don is completely out of line for going in that church. Like, if that's how you felt about it, meet that man outside of worship. Like, why, like you're not, when you get to heaven or wherever it is that you believe in, do you think the person that's granting you to be there or, saying welcome and what have you done is going to be like, hey, remember when you went to that church? That was a great idea. No. I mean, stupid shouldn't match stupid. And that's exactly what he did. Like, when Michelle Obama says when they go low, go high, he went lower. And that is like not okay. Nicki Minaj is in a class of her own, but he sure joined her this time.
Interesting. Darius says, let the church say amen, Brother Don. Darius also said, I respect people's right to protest, but I don't think they should have gone inside the church. Michael, how do you feel about the actions of Don Lemon and Nicki Minaj?
You know, I feel like wearing a hoodie at his advanced stage for an interview is a little too casual for me. But listen, you know how I feel about this. I think gay men are far too comfortable speaking out both sides of their mouth towards women. And it really kind of turns my stomach. Even though I agree generally that Nicki was out of line, I don't think it's right for a man in a position of power to talk like that to a woman at all, ever, under any circumstance. So if he needed to check her, there were other ways to do it. And I'm telling you, this is like a thing that plagues the gay community. They think they can get into women's spaces if they run their mouth. I don't like it at all.
So if someone tweeted out your name, added you, and called you a cocksucker behind it, you wouldn't feel that you should say anything to her? You just let her be, just let her say what she wants to say?
I mean, I'm not the type to engage publicly, but if I did say something, I certainly wouldn't say things like she's ignorant, she's a bigot, she's against African Americans, and all these other things that he said. I just, that's not me. Never.
Okay. Darius said Don didn't cuss her out, but he did set her straight. Tamar, feelings on this?
I would have cussed her ass out.
We all differ. We're one big family here, but we all have different ways we go about things. Go ahead.
You know what? It's honestly, sometimes with her, like in particular, she is not, I don't think she's all the way there. And we're starting to see her just like, she's unraveling right now. And like, she's trying to, she is a pick-me girl. I think sometimes you just have to let people just be, because the thing is, she knows how to get people and reel them in and keep them going. So what's going to happen now? She's just going to keep picking at him, and it's just going to make him just antagonize the situation more. So every time she fights with somebody, I don't know if you guys know, I'm on like the blogs and stuff. When she's fighting with someone, when she loses with that person, she finds another person to antagonize. So not knowing what's going on behind the scenes, she's basically being used as a puppet. So they know that she has a spiraling mouth. They're probably telling her who to go after her, because they know it's going to draw more attention to what's going on.
Right.
So,
and she even said she put that cock-sucking line in there. She said, I put that first so it would make, she said she put it in there so it would make a splash. She said, I knew that would get under people's skin. And like, why would you admit to that? I guess I don't know.
She knows what she's doing. And he said what he said, but at some point, where he's at, and I agree, he shouldn't go into a church. Like, I agree with people, like, you shouldn't go into a church, especially if you're trying to get somebody to like talk about something that's going on. As a journalist, he should have had him come outside. So I think that was just over the top. But I just think, like, in this moment, sometimes you can only take so much from people, and then some people just they just don't know. Like, he probably had to make a statement, because he's like, you're not gonna fuck with me like this. Like, I'm about to just hit you.
I think
all I'm saying is if it was a man that had said that or tweeted that, would he have had that same energy? And
he has had that same energy with a lot of men.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I really don't.
He has.
That's why I would disagree.
Darius said, I'm convinced this is just who Nicki Minaj really is.
Yes.
You guys, since Nicki hit the scene in 2010, 2008, I've been saying it since she hit the scene. I was called a hater. I was called bitter. I could see through her as soon as she was, She came in the game so cocky, not giving props to people who paved the way for. She's always been like this. She's butthurt, kind of like President Trump. She doesn't have a Grammy. He doesn't have a Nobel Peace Prize. So she feels like, you know, she can just attack whoever she wants to. She's bitter. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are on top. She can't, you know, there's a lot of stuff piling on her.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get, let me see. Let me go to these comments. Dearest, I think Don would have said they had the same energy. Okay. Well, this will be going on next week, I'm sure, or it'll be warped into another situation. So let's move on. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, this new cast premieres January 21st on Netflix. They're in the middle of their promo tour right now. Up there you see 5 of them, Karamo, and the other. I haven't watched this new interpretation of this show, so I don't really know the people in this cast. This morning they were on, the cast was supposed to be on CBS. Well, let me play this clip first, and then we'll go on to everything.
The reason for Karamo Brown's split from the rest of the Queer Eye cast was due to a hot mic moment his mom actually overheard. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ that Karamo and the rest of the cast were filming season 10 of Queer Eye in DC, and he brought his mom to set. She was given production headphones and got to watch filming from nearby. At one point, Karamo stepped away from the group during filming, and Tan, Jonathan, and Anthony were actually overheard negatively speaking about Karamo, including criticizing certain lifestyle choices he's made. Karamo's mom heard the whole thing through her production headphones and obviously told her son what they had said about him. Sources say that this incident caused an immediate rift, and Jeremiah Brent, the 5th cast member, is the only one that Karamo seems to be on good terms with, and he's actually the only one that he still follows on social media. This tension all went public Tuesday morning when Karamo was the only one of the Fab Five missing from CBS Mornings. He sent in a video explaining his absence, citing mental and emotional abuse. We've reached out to reps for Anthony, Karamo, Tan, Jeremiah, and Jonathan. So far,
joining us today, he said in part, because I want to rip the Band-Aid off and just get it out of the way so we can really talk about the show. He sent a statement. He apologized for not attending this interview. He thanked the audience. He said in part, I hope everyone remembers to focus on and to protect their mental health, peace from people or a world who seek to destroy it, which is why I can't be there today. His assistant also says that he's worried about being bullied. So let's just address it and get it off the top. I was very sorry to hear this, that he apparently feels this way. What do any of you have to say? You're as surprised as we are, I assume, that he wasn't here.
I think, yeah, surprise is a fair understatement. I will say our Queer Eye family, we've been doing this for almost a decade, which is pretty wild to believe. And families are complicated.
Yes.
And we're definitely not excluded from that. But I think 2 things can exist at the same time. And while that is definitely true, we're also here to showcase these incredible heroes that we have and really honor the legacy of this past decade of our lives and all these wonderful heroes that we've had the blessing of getting to meet and to have conversations with.
Can I just say one quick thing?
Please, Jeremiah.
Obviously, I'm the new gal.
Yes. You're the new gal.
I am the new gal.
Welcome.
Thank you. I just want to say, and I'm not going to get choked up, my experience in this group has been transformative. You know, to see the way that they move through the world, the way that they have the way that they have taught me so much about life and friendship and love. I have felt safe and supported by the people up here. I've loved every second of this thing, and I am so excited that we get to do this and share this next season, because this show really is just about highlighting the best of humanity.
Yes.
And that's really what it is, and nobody needs that more.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple things before I throw it to the group. I believe when you have a group or cast, I've had many, many years of directing large groups of people and putting on shows and putting casts together, and even our group. I believe it comes from the top. The top sets the tone for the group. This is not the first time we've heard there's been infighting with the Queer Eye group. So something's wrong. Something from the top is not coming down. Even with our family, our hit list family, there's 12 of us. And we don't always have the same opinion, but I'm not ever going to take anybody not feeling welcomed or somebody feeling bullied or it's just not going to happen. And I don't know if you guys can tell. Have we had any issues in the past 4-ish years in our group of?
No, I don't think we have. I think
We've had one incident, and I had to get rid of him fast without a blink. But other than that,
that was just a trial run.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, Michael, what do you think about this Queer Eye stuff?
I think that clip was so curated, where they're holding hands and giving a non-answer as to what's going on. Obviously something happened behind the scenes, but I'll say this: as a professional interfacing in this world, I work with people that don't like me and that people I don't like. Exactly. And the show must go on. So it's all a little too dramatic for my taste.
Yeah.
And I can't help but wonder if it's a PR situation where they're just trying to gin up some traction for their last and final season.
Would you have went if you were Karamo and just worked and left? You don't have to be best friends and sit on a stage with them.
100%. You know me. I show up for my gigs. I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah. John Tay.
I completely agree with Michael with it. It's people, I have to work with people that don't like me and people that I don't like. I also, just to piggyback on your initial comment, I didn't feel welcome in this group when I first got here. It was either tolerated or what the hell? There was no welcome. Now, Ashleigh, we go way back. So I will say you remained a neutral party in commenting on the top. Like, you didn't engage. And when I came to you about it, which, sometimes it takes for somebody to do that. Like, nobody can read your mind to know how you feel about it.
Right.
When I came to you about it, I felt that it was resolved. So I completely agree with it comes from the top. But at the same time, like, all the feelings these days, it's just too much for me. It's too much. All the feelings. Like, people have too many feelings. Like, the vocal processing of everything, it's just too much.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the days of
just work and
everybody wants to sue, everybody wants to release a statement, everybody wants to say I don't feel welcome. Everyone says I feel because I'm Black. It's just, I do miss the days of where we just did what we had to do. Not everything was so cancelly. We're trying to cancel this person. We're trying to sue this person. It is too much. Jonte did bring up a very good statement. And I do want to say, Jonte, I am sorry if you have ever felt less than welcomed in this group. I'm not going to have that. And I tried to. I don't know if it resolved, but I hope it has resolved by now. Do you feel?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was immediate. It literally was like, okay, the first few, it was a little, it was a few comments, and a few microaggressions. But I mean, you're going to get that at the same time when you have different people who think different things. I didn't cry about it and I came back. Like, I mean, we made jokes about it and it's over. But like in the clip, when the guy or whoever was saying the assistant didn't want to come because they were going to get bullied. Like, what? Does that excuse you from work because you feel like you're going to get bullied? How does that work?
Right. We are grown.
Like, I have a 3-year-old who bullies me every day. Can I
quit? Tamar, what's your feelings on this?
Jonte, I love you. I love your perspective of things, and I don't know a lot of people like you. So when you came on the show, I was like, okay, she's gonna be a firecracker, and I love that. But yeah, my dog bullied me all the time. So good luck, Michael, on your new dog because they bullies. When I first saw this clip, I was like, okay, it's the Black men. They trying to get the Black men out. But then I'm thinking, like, you've been knowing this since you started this damn show. You started this show knowing that they was mean girls. You was probably one of the mean girls, and now you ain't sitting at the table no more.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think sometimes people, they know the type of environment they work in, but when other people see their environment, like his mom probably never knew that.
Right.
His mom probably never heard them talk about him like that. And he's probably been part of the group that talked about them too.
Right.
So his mom is just like, oh, okay, what is going on? And you know, when your parents come to you and they're like so overwhelmed, and it's like a ripple effect. So whatever emotion she came out with probably made him feel that way too. And so I think, yeah, you do need to protect your peace and you need to protect your psyche. But also, if you've been in this environment for so long, you can't just all of a sudden be like, you know what, I'm done.
Peace. Right. Yeah.
Right. Because the best thing for you to do and be the best you can be is show up.
Right.
This your last season. You ain't gotta fuck with these hoes no more. You ain't gotta see them no more. You got your own show, dude. He's doing big things. But now what it does is, being a black man in this content world, people see you as not a very important worker. Like, you won't show up when you get in difficult situations. And like, I've seen a video of him saying, like, if you're a content creator, you got to work real hard and don't let nobody tear you down. Well, you're not even going with your own words that you spoke. So in this content world, whatever you got going on, when them lights come on, you've been in this for so long, you know what to do. Click it and go.
Right. And when those lights come off, you're out.
Put them dancing shoes on and tap dance on that stage. And it's so true. I am a manager. I'm a lead CNA in my job. There's people that don't like me because I hold them accountable. But guess what? That's my job. I cannot sit here and be like, okay, well, you don't want to take care of the patients. You can go home and have lunch. No, get your ass up and go take care of these patients. What you mean? Yeah. Like, I love y'all, but I gotta love my job first. My job is very important. So yeah, I think sometimes people, it is a lot of emotions. Like, and when you in a workplace, you can't have emotions like that. You gotta work. But people that are entertainers, they don't have the same work. I feel like sometimes entertainers that are in that limelight, they've gotten that limelight, they've forgotten the core values of what being a working citizens about, because their checks is just rolling in because they are contracted. So when you contracted, you ain't gotta really focus on like how to really work hard. I don't know, but I just think like he should have just came to work, did his job, and went home, got his check. What he need to say? All I want is my check and some water. That's what yeah. That's all I want is my check and some water. That's it. Get your water in your drink. No.
I miss the days. I've been in so many shows where I've danced on stage with people and sang on stage where I know they didn't like me. I didn't like them, but we had a job to do and we just did it. I don't know where those days have gone. I wish they would come back.
Yeah.
A job is a job. Yeah, you get it done. We don't have to be best friends to perform on stage together, because when we leave, we hit that dressing room, we out. I don't like you. I don't talk to you. I don't fuck with you. So
I know exactly where they went, Ashleigh. They went to complete validation. Like, when you need to be validated, everybody has always got to be your yes person and on your team, and especially influencers. Like, it's such a fine line to me between acceptance and validation, right?
Yes.
When you're an influencer, you need the attention to get the bag. You need people engaging to get the bag. So then if they're engaging, then they should validate you. And then your self-worth is based off, do they really like you? Oh, okay. Well, they really like me. Well, life is great right now. Well, what about when they don't?
Right. It's kind of like me growing up, and I don't know if Tamar or Michael, you guys have this experience. And I know Jonte might have had this experience in a different way because we went to a predominantly white school. But I was Black and gay and one of the first to be just out and proud at my school. I got called faggot every 50. I can't even count the amount of times I got called faggot, got stuff thrown at me. And I didn't run home every time and tell my mom. It just made me stronger. I mean, there was a point where, my mom had to come to the school and set things straight. But back in our day, it just made us stronger. We just let it hit us and it rolled off. I mean, how did you guys growing up gay? Did you run home?
Hell no. My mama was like, if you come home and you got your ass beat, you should get your ass beat again and go back out there. I mean, I think like it's a different, like Jonte is true. Like I think, and I can speak to that, and Jonte's right. Like as a photographer, when I first started doing photography, I was seeking validation from people with my pictures, and I wasn't really doing it for the right reason. And so I think like now, since I'm not seeking the validation, things are going so good for me. And I think sometimes it's hard trying to be an influencer. But when I was a kid, I think the reason why I have so much tough skin because we were told that, yes, you can feel your feelings, but you need to suck it up and you need to deal with it. You can't run from everything. Like you cannot be a runner for the rest of your life. So I think as a kid, I was taught that and it was instilled in me. Now that's not, I don't see that happening, especially with kids in schools. Like there's not a lot of that old school teaching. Like there's a lot of new school, but you don't see that anymore. So I totally agree. Like, no, as a gay Black boy growing up, I got called so much, but guess what? I had to deal with it.
My favorite thing to do is not give a fuck. It's my absolute favorite pastime. I have so much fun not giving a fuck.
I love blocking hoes. I block people
love
every
it.
day. I'm blocking them every day.
Michael, what about you? Growing up, did you just let it bounce off or?
Honestly, I never really had any problems in school or anything like that. I guess I always fit in pretty well. I was an athlete. It was like not a big thing. But at the same time, the opinions of others ever since I was a young child have never really affected me all that much. I've kind of always had the lens turned inward, right? Like, so I would be disappointed in myself, but I can't really think of many times in my life all throughout where someone has said something that has very deeply affected me. The mistakes I've made, holding myself accountable, that's the stuff that's really messed me up over the years. But who cares what other people have to say, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not living my life. I'm living my life. I really don't pay them any mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you guys for that conversation. I won't be watching Queer Eye. I don't know if some of you out there will be, but it'll be on Netflix January 21st. Let's move to Fashion Files. We have a few looks tonight. First, we have Monica in Gucci. She has the new Denma Gucci leather jacket on. And one of the new purses, who is this commenting right here? Is there any home training anymore? No, there's not. There's kids having kids, and they're not training. They're not raising them like they used to raise them. Anyways, yay or nay, Michael?
So I have not been a fan of Denma's debut at Gucci so far, but I actually like this look. This hits the mark for me. Yay.
Jante?
I'm a little torn. Monica is so beautiful; she can pull anything off, but I'm not really a fan of it.
Okay, Tamar.
I want to see her in some high-end fashion. I'm sorry. I'm every time we see her, she's in yeah, like I want to see her in a ball man gown. Like I want to see her in like some couture Versace. Girl, we tired of Gucci. We tired of you doing this. Like
she's on our list 2 times tonight, so I don't know.
Something different. Like she is so gorgeous, and she has a gorgeous body. She's so tall. I would like to see her in like some like a very over the top gown because she's so beautiful, and I think like she can pull it off. But this is what we get from her all the time. But no, it's a killer look.
She always makes her fashion very Atlanta. That's what they call her, Gunica, because she's very.
Hold on, Jonte. This is the bodega in Dallas.
Oh my God. Okay, moving on. We have Tiana Taylor and Tom Ford.
Oh yeah,
Michael, yay or nay?
Very luxurious. Yay.
Jonte?
She is killing it, and yeah, Tamar, that was Big T for sure.
Big T.
Tamar, yay or nay?
Baby, she looks so scrumptious, and I'm gay, but I'll drink her bath water.
Okay.
She's gorgeous.
Moving on.
She's a baddie.
Moving on, we have Vicky Cripes and Bottega Veneta. Michael, yay or nay?
Mysterious. Yay.
Okay, Jonte?
What is that the Hocus Pocus books? It's like a it's a magician. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's got a big thing in Disney World. Oh, he had a wand. He was a little boy with Hermione.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. That is the look right there.
That's not Disney, but okay. All right. Tamar, yay or nay?
It's giving very 2026 Aunt Lydia from The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Moving on. We have Paris Fashion Week is this week. There was a big Louis Vuitton show today. John Legend was there in Louis Vuitton head to toe. Michael, yay or nay?
This is a little too try hard for me. Nay.
Okay. John Tay?
I think he needs a new stylist.
Okay.
That's a nay.
Tamar?
I like this look, but maybe on somebody else.
Okay, moving on. We have Rihanna in Maison Margiela, and Gucci. Michael, yay or nay?
Wow, yay.
Okay, Tamar, Tamar, yay or nay?
This is what I want to see. Yes, honey. Riri, she's coming with something. I don't know what it is. She's gonna do something big. I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Riri effect right now.
All right, John Tay, yay or nay?
This is the black Cruella DeVille, and I love it.
All right, moving on. We have Chris Brown. He was also at the Louis Vuitton show in Paris. Michael, yay or nay?
I'm a fan. Yay.
John Tay?
Love it.
Tamar?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Tyreek Withers. He was also at the Louis Vuitton show. This is my favorite. It's a yay for me. Michael?
I don't like those short jackets.
I love them. Why don't you like the midriff jackets? I love them.
You know what it is? Because they always pair it with the high waist, and it looks good on about 1% of people, and on all the rest, it looks like a clown suit, like it does on this gentleman here. So,
all right, Tamar, yay or nay?
This look is everything. I love the midriff. Oh my God, I love it. I love the tie. I mean, it's paired great, but he looks so stuffed.
All right, John Tay, yay or nay?
It's a yay. He's given human hourglass to me. I love it.
Okay, hold on. I missed the look. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. There's some that didn't upload, and I got to upload them real quick. Hold on. Give me a minute. And I can't find the one I'm looking for. Damn it. Must have didn't download. Okay, I don't have time to do it now. Okay, moving on. We have, who is this next? Oh, we have Monica again and Balenciaga. Michael, yay or nay?
I don't like this one quite as much. Nay.
Okay, John Tay?
Back to the hood, Rich. I'm going to say nay.
Okay, Tamar?
Very Bottega. Come on, bitch.
All right. Next, we have Drew Sidora and Jean-Paul Gaultier and Versace. Michael, yay or nay?
Honestly, that looks a little Five Below to me. Nay.
Tamar, yay or nay?
You know what, Michael? Thank you. I was gonna say yeah, but you know what? You sure right. No, the hair, the go naked hair is busting. With that outfit, nah.
Okay, John Tay?
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Okay.
Not a fan.
That would have looked real good on Nene. It's not fitting her correctly. You can see like the neck. I don't know. It's not flattering on her body.
She's going a little like the SpongeBob shape. She don't have the curves for it.
Oh, Drew. Okay. Well, that was the end of Fashion Files tonight. Let's go on to
He said I tried.
right. Let's try sitting on my couch. So I debated which one to choose for tonight. There's a couple. Would you come around? Okay. I'm gonna go with this one. Could your family move in with you as an adult? So you have a home, a partner. Would you allow family to move in with you if they fell on hard times? Michael, I'd like to hear your
immediate family. Most definitely, yes. I think if it's extended family, for a short time, I'd be good with it. I guess I'm old school in the sense it would be a cold day in hell before I would put my parents in a home. I would live with them and take care of them. Same with my sister, till the day they died. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just, for me, that's the right thing to do. So I'd carry that water.
I agree. My immediate family, I guess I'm different than people. I could have my mom come stay with me, but anybody immediately could come stay with me. After a while, it's going to get to a point, visitors wear out their welcome, but, sometimes we have to do things we don't want to for family. John Tay, what is your stance on this?
You know, my parents are my grandparents are here so much. Like I mean, we're like the open door. My poor husband, he never has any peace. And when they leave, I'm always like, oh, so great to have them here, just because you know you have the people like that you grew up with, the people that really really know you.
Right.
But it's also you have to be on pins and needles even when you don't, because you know you can't walk around naked, you can't, there's a lot of things you can do. And like Michael, I wouldn't let them be out on the street, but we would probably have to find a different solution for a long-term thing, like 2 weeks maybe.
Oh, okay.
That's like a paycheck, you know. Okay, it's a hard time thing, okay, we'll let you get a paycheck, or you know there has to be like a end goal, short-term end goal.
Okay. Tamar?
You can't walk around naked when your mama is in your house.
No.
Like, we don't wear clothes. This is when I'm not on this screen or at work, baby, I am naked in my house walking around like but it is true. Like, for one, my mom, she would be like, I need to go my own. My mom is like, she's very independent. She like her own space, but she's actually moving in with my youngest sister, because my sister just got a huge house. She got my mom a room, and I'm like, Mom, you don't need to be at the house by yourself. You're like far out from us. You know, we can't get to you. So she's actually moving in with my sister, but that's just her. Like, she would not want to live with nobody. But since my sister really want her there, she's going there, because my sister's like, you gotta come. But I think like, yeah, no, for sure. Because my mom, I just don't like her being by herself. But I'm with Jonte. The lifestyle I have, it's like you gotta change everything, and you would be on pins and needles. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's like if something happened to my stepdad, I would have to have my mom either move here, because I wouldn't have her living alone. She would move here. God forbid I move back to Michigan. I've always thought about that. Like, I guess if my mom got sick or something like that, I'd have to move back to Michigan. Yeah, there's no way around that. But if something, God forbid, happened to her husband, I'd probably move her here. I would love to have my mom stay with me. Now, I don't know how Hector would feel about that, but I think my mom is the only one I would do it for.
And then when you're in a relationship too, especially being married, there has to be a conversation, because
there has to be
a conversation. So then if my mom moving in with us, babe, we're gonna have to get a bigger space, because you got my husband, and you got him, Tasha Cole. So you got all these people living in the house. His drag life is big as it is. So it's just like, there would need to be a conversation. What would we do? You know, it is true. Like, you how do you accommodate everybody?
Right.
So you can still have a life you want. So yeah, it is a tricky question, but also like when you're in that moment, everything is different, because you know you're in that moment.
Well, and your parents have done so much for you. Like, there's not even a second guess of what I would do. This has to happen. I mean, like Michael said, I would never put my parents in a nursing home.
Yeah,
I thought that was a black thing. Like, black people just don't like putting their people.
No. That's why my mom is moving in with my sister, because my sister has a space, and me and my sister are like, girl, you cannot keep living by yourself. Like, you're getting older. Why not go somewhere where there is space? You're going to be close to everybody. So it's just like, I think the accommodation, and also one of those things is you don't want to see, like, my mama called me and say she needs something. I'm like, what you need? Because baby, all the stuff I put her through.
Right.
Oh no, ma'am. You can have what now? You can't have $1 million, girl. I ain't got that yet.
But you would let her move in with you if she needed to.
Yeah, I will try to figure something out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really our show tonight, kids. We had a short show. We got through the docket. We got through fashion files. Some looks didn't upload for some reason. I don't know why,
but Drew's did.
Ooh.
Guys, it was not that bad.
Oh, come on. No.
I love these Versace platforms, but I guess you guys are not. You guys, okay, whatever. So you guys, please like and share. Next week, I don't know if we'll have a show soon again. We'll have our cast back. Jante, thank you for joining us tonight. Tamar and Michael, I appreciate it. And again, please like and share. Anybody have anything to say? All minds clear before we get out of here?
Clear.
Love you guys. Be safe in this cold weather.
All right, everyone. See ya. Be safe. Stay warm. Peace.
Bye.